if I open up my camera lens, hey everybody, welcome to another week of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. With me, your host, Lord Z. Let's do some introductions. I feel like we haven't done those in a while. Mike.
Okay, hi, I'm Mike. I'm playing Godric, Goliath player.
And Brad, who's inspecting his cat's butthole, apparently.
Oh my god, no.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah?
I'm Brad. This is
Look, Dad, look! This
Oh
is
my
me!
god, no.
awesome.
He's so cute.
I licked it off, Dad, I licked it off!
No, he definitely did not lick it all.
It's a furry little
That's
exclamation point.
somehow worse.
Please stop.
A furry exclamation point. Anyways, Brad.
Yeah, you can see the dot right there.
Yeah, no, I got it.
When it becomes a question mark, that something funny's going on, right?
He likes it though.
Anyways, yeah, I'm Brad. I play Fennin, the bugbear, sneaky guy.
With a 12 pack, apparently, now that I look closer at your token. Pam.
Fuck shit.
Hi everybody, I'm Pam. I am back being Miss Holly. She's a half elf sorcerer and she was gone for a while and now she has returned from the portal and she's back at home. From the
Hell
orphanage
yeah.
where it all started. At least with her life. Not with the game, but with her life and past and yeah, that's it.
Hell yeah. Fitzy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Sir Fluffy Butt, the winged unicorn, in all his death-before majestic glory. Also, I'm playing Fitz Chivalry, the Azamar Paladin, owner of many, many fine, slightly used orphans. And, sometimes I turn into a bear. So,
Just
yeah, that's about it.
casually throw it. Sometimes I turn into a bear. I like it though. Yeah, so we left off last week. You guys got back to sorry, I gotta pull up the world map. Lots of names.
Feel it.
Helet in Libishur to the orphanage where Fitz hails from. Well, the village. And had a wonderful evening of merriment, food, drink, introducing Madame Pompey to her daughter Nord, introducing bear bodies to each other in the woods.
That should be worth a level up right there.
No,
We united a family.
no, close, but no.
You throw in the bear scene. I know you've been waiting forever to do that one.
I got that shit on Baldur's Gate 3, so that was just a repeat.
Yeah, and ever since you've been wanting to put it in.
Yeah, well.
That's what she said.
Oh, good thing we have an adult content disclaimer on the.
Today's gonna be spicy from the looks of it.
Apparently.
Between blood holes and other things. But anyway.
Yeah, did I miss anything important, you guys?
Between buttholes and other things.
Other things.
I think there's a name for that, but we're not going to go there today.
Ain't something we need to talk about.
Hey, just saying.
Oh boy.
Anything
Cover your ears, honey.
anything I missed of that you guys can think?
No, that was really about it.
Yeah? We're sitting around a table eating, discussing what we're going to do next.
I mean, we decided officially that we're gonna go after this thing.
Yeah?
Don't know when, but we decided that at least it's been established that no matter how dangerous it might be, Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Well,
where you
I
guys had left off, is you were kind of discussing next steps and whatnot. So,
yeah.
Mhm.
I actually had thoughts on that over the week. I was going to bring up when we came back. So when we were ready to RP them.
we're on you guys now, so.
Okay, good. So I'm going to start with where we left off. We're going to do this thing. Pam, you can help us get back to wherever it was you went. But
Yeah.
I, I would suggest before we do anything that we are with the mayor of Orphanville here. Um, we should go over our supplies for our ship
Absolutely.
and anything else that we need to look into.
You're gonna take food from orphans' mouths. Is that what you're saying?
No, but you can order it.
I heard take
Right?
food from orphans' mouths. Let's go.
Yep.
About time one of you ended up chaotic on this campaign.
Declare chaotic? What? No, I don't think so. No, but I was just thinking, I mean, you would get supplies brought in, right?
Yeah, I order out of the nearest town around here.
Okay, well, let's find out, go over our inventory in the ship and figure out what we need to restock and prepare and anything we're missing and see about getting it. 'Cause I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to go half-assed towards a dragon, especially one of that massive nastiness.
Well, I mean, we could probably, when we leave here, just fly to the town where we stock up, and once
Okay.
we know what we need.
Well, I mean, like I said, you're the mayor of Orphanville here, so you would know how to get it, where to get it. Probably even get us a discount, right? Are they
You
green at you?
think as much as I order,
Right.
feeding the
See?
orphans and the troops and stuff.
So all of your troop supplies comes from the Order of Palor, which is shipped in from the other continent. The village and the orphanage pride themselves on being self-sufficient. They garden and barter, but they really don't need hardly anything from the village. You are aware of some traders in the area who might be able to offer some assistance, but you don't.
One trader we got all those healing potions from the orphan arc.
Yeah, he was.
Was that
He.
the Paylorian quartermaster?
Yep.
Oh, I thought he was just a merchant I order stuff through.
Well, yeah, kind of, but he is from the order.
Okay.
Don't you love it when your part-time DM decides to give you a new NPC?
That's an easy one. He's gone. He went back to Mercia to fill the next order. Or at least that's what I'm gonna say. For now.
There's a whole merchants area there with plenty of tents selling all sorts of stuff.
Well, I mean, you order things, get things for the Paylorian order and whatever. So, like, you would know where we could go to get the things that we need. I guess we should start with taking inventory or checking with B on the inventory of the ship.
Yeah, see if he has a list of
Yeah.
stuff he needs to be able
at this for how long since we left the Astral Sea?
It's been about a week since you guys got back from the Astral Sea.
Yeah. So, check food supply, see what's rotted, get you anything that's been, get count on what we actually do have since we've been eating, restock. Check with the treeborns, see if there's anything we need for ship repairs. Maybe some extra sails. I, for some reason, in the back of my mind, think it might be a good idea to have extra sails.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't want to metagame or nothing, but I know a guy who wishes he had extra sails on his ship.
Sounds like somebody's got some PTSD.
Uh,
So,
Pam, if you zoom in really, really close on your token, I just updated it with your wonderful neck brand that you've got.
All I got on
Yeah,
Flint
I've seen
Catherine.
it. I see it.
Hey,
I have it on
what are your
Facebook
parents
too.
saying about a neck tattoo? Okay.
Yeah,
That's the brand from the book.
yeah.
watch him move the token, but the brain don't move.
Typical white girl shit, getting a random hieroglyphic symbol somewhere on her body.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, so and then once we get everything restocked and cleaned up and fixed up, and we'll plot a course with what knowledge Miss Holly has on the whereabouts of this thing, and we'll ship out. Unless you guys, I know y'all just got home. I guess we could spend some time if you need.
Not to be that guy, but what do we know about this thing?
I know it's evil and it wiped out my village.
That's not gonna help us kill it.
I mean, look at what we've been through. Like, we didn't know half the shit that we've gone up against and killed. So, I mean, we're pretty good at winging it, figuring it out on the fly.
Percentage. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask Fitz if any of your Cavornians know any lore about dragons, or specifically this dragon, since it seems to be in your area.
That's a good question, DM. Would I?
Make a history check.
I mean, at some given point in time, I vaguely remember after actions report that came across. According to the report, if I remember correctly, it was just a necrotic dragon, pretty standard, but it was an adult, so
But I mean, like, is there anything specific about this dragon? Like, any weak points?
Uh,
I
If I go and shoot a bow at this thing, is my arrow just gonna go?
uh,
an adult dragon.
Fitz, you know general information about dragons. That they vary in strength and abilities depending on how old they are. And without knowing exactly what type of this dragon is, you don't know what it's packing.
I was a kid when it destroyed my village, so I mean, I wasn't exactly on the front line to see what it was doing. I was actually doing my chores in the silo when he came along, so I didn't see it per se. I just know it happened, and what little bit of information I've gathered through whispers and whatnot.
Guess we're just gonna have to gain that info as we go.
Heads up, everybody! I forgot to put this out before the game. If you Fitz, if you're gonna shapeshift, your token probably will not change because I had to shut critically awesome off because it hasn't been updated yet, and I didn't feel like dealing with the error message every 5 seconds. That being said, your aura effects will probably have to be calculated manually as well. I know it says they're applied to everybody, but that doesn't mean it's working. So, just anything like that, any of those wonderful fancy things that we have been reaping the benefits of, we have to keep an eye on. We may have to do them manually.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
So,
All right, so let's. I mean, if any, I understand Ben wants more information on the dragon that at this point we don't have, and I'm not sure. I mean, we can head to the what, Keith Castle, wherever it is that I come from. I'm sure they'd have more reports on it that maybe we haven't seen.
from Harthen.
Yeah, it's a shot in the dark, but
Well, it's on the way to where you guys need to go.
okay. Well, we hadn't determined that yet, but yeah, okay.
Nope. If you look at the world map, I'll recap it. When Miss Holly told her story, she sailed down to the mountains somewhere in this area of Lothran.
Okay.
So that southernmost mountain range, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, because it was near my village. This area sounded like it was near my village.
Yeah.
What was my village?
Your village
Okay.
was in the
Yeah.
mountains
Yeah.
on the southern tip of Lothran.
Okay. Well, then in that case, yeah.
And you would know that Harthen is
Do we
A
have
tra-
access to these maps, by the way, the world map?
yeah.
Okay.
I just shared it to you, so.
I know.
Oh,
I
having
know
like
that world map.
your character having a map.
Yeah.
I don't think any of you actually have a map, but you are familiar enough. You and Miss Holly and Fitz are all extremely familiar enough to know generally.
Okay.
Like you're aware of all the cities, you're aware of all the regions, you're aware which continents in which direction.
Okay. So with that now, armed with that knowledge, I would, because I know I'm not from Livershire. Um, I'm from Lothran, so I would essentially rely on Fitz to know if if it would take too long for supplies to be ordered and brought to us at Helip, where can we go to pick up things for the ship, or is it all in? I wouldn't know about the benefits of
Libashur.
Darkwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would know about Harthen being the capital of Lothran. That is a huge trade city. If you had to wait that long.
Yeah.
So, and you guys on the ship map, you have access to what you have in the ship inventory.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, here there is, there's Embercourt, Red Moon, Blitbog, coastal city, so it's got some trade. But if you're looking for anything and everything, I would probably recommend Embercourt on this
Okay.
continent.
ballista on our ship. I don't think, do we?
Yeah, you do.
Or the one.
You have
Yeah.
you have one ballista and 10 bolts.
Yeah. So
I think Mike's got a little Sunday PTSD.
yeah, I really do. I ain't gonna lie.
That's good. That means Sunday is a challenge.
So, but yeah,
The Lyra's inventory, that's completely up to date, right?
Yeah.
as far as we know, I mean, we
I've done my best to keep it up to date.
okay.
So I mean, basically, what I would suggest is before we leave here, stock up on, we can buy from the orphanage meat, vegetables, the food stuff, so that B can cook a wider range of foods for us.
Yeah.
But
Much such, plenty much such.
but
We drink that a lot.
otherwise, I would suggest heading down to the southern coast and hitting that place and hitting up the bazaar.
Okay.
They're gonna have everything from toothpicks to magic swords and everything in between. You want an ostrich? Probably get an ostrich ride.
All right.
Maybe for B, not so much you, but
Yeah. Well,
maybe
no,
we can find you a dire ostrich.
we definitely need could definitely use some mounts. So we don't all have to travel on foot besides you. All right, so let's do that. We'll let's head to the ship and check in with the Treeborns and D and see if there's anything recommended and anything we need, and
Now,
head down to where you say we need to go.
one other thing we need to do before we go. We need to find out what Miss Polly was like when she was here as an orphan.
That sounds like a side arc, bro.
And as you're saying that, Mildred walks in, kissing you on the cheek. You all notice that the scratch marks on her neck still haven't healed.
The magical blonde.
You can lay on hands, miss.
Oh
I would
no,
love that
no.
Mildred.
I'm wearing him as a badge of honor. Thank you though.
Change
I-
battle scars.
She kind of like flicks her hair and goes, "I could heal these anytime I wanted to, but I don't want to."
I'll look at Mildred and say, "Hi, Mildred."
Hello, dear. So, what's the plan, everybody? This is Mildred talking.
Yeah. Apparently, Miss Holly had an interaction with a great evil of my past, so we've determined we're going to vanquish that evil to make sure it doesn't do to everybody else what it did to me.
Leave it to my husband to find a way to run off and bring home more orphans to feed.
I've got a talent. I can't deny the world this talent.
I know, dear. I know.
You know how much Pan loves new brothers and sisters.
Yes, that one. Yes. We'll just leave it at yes for right now.
So, all right. Well, I mean, that's I don't know. time to catch up and reminisce, or what are we doing here? Because you know me, I like to stay on tack. I like to get going, but
By the way,
I,
Miss Holly here has lost her memories, and during our trip just remembered while I was talking about you that she used to live here. And
Oh, it's
we are all curious about that. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I'm gonna say we because I like to feel like part of the group.
it's
Gonna
not
lean over.
it's not surprising that she doesn't remember being here. She was barely a youngling at that time. Do you remember anything else after that, Holly?
I don't really remember much. Um, I have like weird visions of running away, but it wasn't running away because I wanted to. I remember running away because it was some danger. Either that or just something was calling me out, and that's why, unfortunately, I had to leave. But I get some flashbacks here and then when I'm sleeping or when I'm dreaming, and then I wake up. I don't know. It's very, very weird. I wish I had more memories, but I really don't have that many as I normally should.
Hmm. Well, you didn't run from here, my dear. You were retrieved. Some
Well,
individuals claiming to be from the Arcane Institute in Mercia came, said you were of great potential to them, and they took you to develop your skills, and that was the last time I saw you.
well, that seems familiar. I think in my mind I just made it up as I left willingly,
Um,
other than being taken.
so Pam, you remember people coming and taking you from the orphanage, and then past that, it's a blank. The next memory you have is after you escaped, ran away.
Yeah. So I'm technically confused on the thoughts of when I ran away, when I was taken, etc., etc., etc. She just has this image of just like running away in the forest by herself, and she has that image very clearly, but she can't recall it when it actually occurred. She just has that like if it was yesterday, just running around in the
Yeah.
woods, scared, terrified, and just
Yeah, no, your memory goes from you were like 8 or 9 when they came and took you from the orphanage to you're 14, 15 running through the woods having escaped.
yeah,
And you don't remember anything in between
yeah.
That was obviously before I instituted the new rule of no take backs.
that. Yeah, quite clearly. Well, getting back in touch with B in regards to the ship, you guys can see the inventory. He says, some vegetables and things other than rations would be great, but not necessary. You still have the one thing that's not on there. You guys had a shit ton of Kandori meat. Something like 30 pounds left, I think. So that's the only thing that wasn't on that list. But yeah, you guys have more than enough rations to sail anywhere at this time.
Right. Well, um I'll go ahead and see what the village
Okay.
things like that. Buy that off of them for the ship. And then, I don't know, I still recommend meet at like a major trading hub and visit the bazaar. Force Jacob to do a bunch of funny voices that he apologizes for.
Oh, I'm not even gonna try to do the voices. I have too much going on making up the fucking shops.
Hey, Fitz.
Yeah, bud.
How long is this sailing gonna be?
So Jeremy, when you look at the world map, it takes less than a day to sail from Embercart to Harthen. If you leave at sunup, you get there shortly after dinner time. So that's your scale for this map. So this is 9-10 hours of traveling.
Yeah, not that long.
So,
not
you're
anywhere close to a week's worth of traveling.
no, you're looking like 2.5 days to Embercourt, three days to Harthen, and that's on the sea. That's not in the air. So it also depends how you guys go.
So like a total of like 3 days.
If you're actually sailing, yes. If you're flying, less than that, but I don't have an exact amount right now.
Gotcha.
Depends on when your 666 hits me and I decide to start fucking with you.
You gotta admit that was a pretty good roll. Even 666 across the board.
It was something for sure. So, are you guys heading out? What are you doing? Okay. Jeremy, there's something you needed to do before you leave.
Yes. Right. When we're all heading towards the ship, I'm gonna, make sure I've got the guards to all come with me, and I'm gonna tell them, oh yeah, it's just come with me, guys. We're gonna do, see me off. I'll be gone for I don't know how long. I'm gonna go face a huge ancient evil dragon, so I may not come back. So let's all go say goodbye.
Yeah, most of your soldiers follow you. You know, sad to see you going, all that fun stuff.
And when we get there, I'm gonna kind of be standing there. Well, everyone, I have a very important announcement to make. I was recently in contact with command from the Palorian Order on the other continent as we were killing just an absolute shitload of drow. I mean, they have got a major infestation over there. Knocked it down, thankfully. But while I was there, I found out something very interesting. Nord, could you come up here? I need to see you.
You spot Nord at the front of the crowd with Madame Pompey, like holding onto her arm like an old lady would to get assisted walking. And she kind of pats her mom's hand for a second and then steps up.
I'm gonna reach into my inner pocket or wherever the hell I put those things. Going to whip them out. Open it up so that everybody can see. This letter here, and it was Captain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This letter here certifies that due to her valor, her honor, and frankly just putting up with me and my shit, has earned her the rank of captain. So just like we see the greatness in her, the entirety of the Pelorian Order see this, and they wanted me to recognize that, to give you this, and to let you know you'll also get a small little pay bump. Also, he wanted me to tell you that if you ever decide to go on your own, they will have a selection of. They'll have an army for you that you can lead yourself. I told them that you would never do that to me because obviously I would in no way be able to run this without you. And I'm gonna hand her the paper and give her a hug.
As you begin putting the new rank on her and handing her the orders, all of the soldiers snap to attention, as is customary with promotion ceremonies. And as you hug her, they all erupt into cheer and applause. And she looks up at you and goes, "Well, you're right. I don't plan on going anywhere. Somebody's got to keep these rascals in check until you get back to take over, but maybe someday."
Seriously, don't leave me. I have no idea what I'm doing without you. Plus, Albert really sucks at poker, so he's the only person I can really beat and not lose too much money. So.
Well, maybe he'll get better. We'll see.
And I'm gonna stand at attention, salute her. For a big smile and say, well, these soldiers are in your charge now. At least until I get back.
Sir. And she takes a half step back and salutes you. Yeah, they happily gave up. They happily gave up 5 bushels of veggies and 3 bushels of fruit for the ship, which is more than enough for you guys. Everybody good? Anybody else got anything? Madame Pompey is staying, by the way.
That's fair.
I assume that you assumed as much, but just to put it out there, she is. The dwarves are already on the ship and like getting things ready. As soon as you started collecting supplies, they knew what was up, and they're on the ship getting things ready to go. As you approach the ship, you notice that the stilts that they roughly quickly crafted in a day for land landings have been reinforced and improved upon. And there's a much less likely chance of them breaking when you land now.
Awesome. Ah, you gotta love that dwarven engineering.
But yeah, if you guys don't have anything else,
Well, I mean, that covers the food. We got tons of water right now. Stocks of barrels of water if needed.
uh
Ale and fire water, so we're good there.
yeah, I'll put on 2 barrels of water.
Okay.
I can't help you with the sales here, unfortunately.
Yeah, kind of figured. But I was, well, I mean, I guess we could have the conversation with the Treebeards on our way to wherever it is we're going to pick up the extra supplies. So
Yeah.
they're ready to set sail, and we got coordinates. I probably asked Miss Holly, do you need me to steer the ship, or you itching to get back into the sea?
Yes, we should run inventory first, and we should. Sorry, we should run inventory first, and
You guys just
before we
finished
go.
that, so the inventory's taken care of.
No, but but like
I'm asking, do you want to steer or not?
it's been a while, and then I'm gonna look at
It's been a while. Sorry.
shut up. I'm gonna look at Misty and say, um, "Are you comfortable with me doing this? I mean, I know Holly, you've been doing it forever."
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I go into a trance. I would ask if we could sail for a little bit though. That way I can see some of this new world.
Okay. And
If
then
you
I'm gonna
guys
look
are
at
okay with that, of course. I mean, I understand we're safer in the air.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna look at Godric and say, when I mean inventory, I mean be ready for war inventory.
Yeah. Well, we'll pick that stuff up from wherever it is that we're going.
Okay. And then I'm gonna look at Misty and say, okay, if you don't mind, I can sail. I'll take the lead.
All
We'll
right.
switch turns, and that way, Misty, you can rest a little bit, and it's not so exhausting for neither of us.
Well, from Hewlett to whichever city it is we're going to for supplies, um, it's mainly going to be over land. So it's going to be flying until we get there. But once we get our supplies, we can touch down
So
in the water.
that's what I was waiting on, was you guys telling me specifically where you were going, because Embercourt and Hearthen are both valid trade hubs,
Okay.
and it's only like a 9 hour difference.
Okay.
Okay. Well, once again, we're relying on Fitz's knowledge with steering. Because this is once again, like we have an idea. You said we have an idea, but he actually lives here, so
I mean,
we're looking for some
you're
mark for
comparing
us.
red apples to green apples. They're both the same thing. They're just a little bit, they look different.
Okay. Well, is there which ones now? Embercourt.
Embercourt or Hearthen. They are both massive trade hubs. You can find pretty much anything your heart desires within reason before you start thinking antimatter rifles and shit.
I guess Embercourt.
It's just a matter. That was a Wednesday pun. It's just a matter of which country you want to land in because they are two different countries.
Okay.
now Embercourt, I do have a reputation in this country. I don't know if that will actually get us anything, but
Well, your reputation with the leader of Libashur is one of fighting for the woods and your wife. And yeah, you built some rapport by slaying hordes of undead, but the last couple years before you poofed was spent fighting politically against Lorat. And you don't know if anybody else knows about Lorat. So there's some tension there. Whereas in Hearthen, Holly and Godric, you are essentially officers of the court or emissaries of the court.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. I guess we'll just head down to Heartland. Okay. So with that in mind, let's. Okay. I threw an arrow on the world map.
Yeah. So that'll only take you like 6 hours. It'll take you a day if you just wanted to fly straight down
Well,
like
yeah.
that. kind of avoid
Well,
the cities.
that's what I was trying to do is avoid the cities, get to open water, and
Yeah.
then we can take some
Yeah.
time off or
Flying over the land, you're going to run the risk of being seen no matter what. The only way to truly avoid it would be to go straight east.
where I had my arrow. You mean?
No, you had it weird. It was like,
Well, yeah, I was trying to cut
yeah.
some of the land, but not go directly over Darkwood. That's why
Okay.
my arrow was pointed.
Okay. So that's the plan. Anybody got anything else before you guys head out? Okay.
Just say goodbye to the kids and yes and everything, but nothing.
Okay. Um, Fitz, make a perception check.
Swear to God, if Pan is sneaking onto the boat.
Without an arrow, there's a line in there. Kind of give you a better idea instead of that, because that arrow was just
Gotcha.
liney.
Oh, and I don't fucking have it. God damn it. Hold on. We'll retcon what might have just happened if we have to. Okay, so you guys like like a cruise shipping off. You guys depart with goodbyes and waves and soldiers throwing their caps in the air and all that good old stuff. And you set off eastward very quickly, getting over the water, turning south, seeing Darkwood and its rising spire in the distance, before setting down off the eastern coast of Darkwood, about there. At which time Misty comes out and oohs and ahs at the coast as it goes by. Is there anything anybody is doing while you guys are traveling? Brad, or Mike, did you get my message?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Appreciate it.
I would probably just be, first thing I'd probably do once we're on the ship is, say a prayer to Palor to thank him for getting to see my family again, but other than that,
Okay. Roll a D100 for me. Okay.
Pretty decent roll.
Not too shabby. Anybody else doing anything?
We don't need any food or anything, right?
No.
Say Fennec's probably just sitting on deck or standing on deck somewhere, enjoying the sight.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I am having a fucking issue with this process right now. Oh, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's an accent side. Yeah, definitely going through my characters to see.
I would be happy to if I could.
Won't let you? You can say yeah.
I'd have to kick you to do it.
Oh, kick me. That's fine. I can come back. Hey, Nintendo. Yeah, right.
There you go.
Oh,
That actually worked because I needed that, and that's what I was struggling with. There we go.
You needed us to sing "Baby Come Back."
No.
Yeah, that's better.
Before you left, Fitz, when Pan was hugging you, you would have noticed him trying to slip something into your pocket.
Did he?
Bag of pot. You little bastard.
Oh yeah, he did. He did give him a little pocket or something.
No.
Would probably
Go ahead.
I probably would have let it go. You know, just like, okay, yeah, let him think he's sneaky. Look at him, so cute.
Okay.
And then as soon as we were out of sight, I would have checked to see what he just did. Because he's so cute, but
Was it the drugs?
was it what was left of the pot that Krug stole?
He gave you his cook's utensils.
Oh, my heart.
So there's like a nice butchering knife and a spatula. Just things to make it a
When
little
he bought
easier.
those 2 sets of them in Darkwood,
I think so, yeah.
That's
he was so
cute.
proud of himself. He bought all those spices and the cooking equipment.
Yep. But he,
Plus, it's the cooking.
you recall how much he enjoyed cooking for you, because being out in the field for so long, coming home to really well cooked food was always a highlight of your day, seemingly. Pancakes.
Pancakes. Those was no joke.
All right. Well, now that we got that taken care of, I can focus again. So nobody's doing anything. Okay. Why doesn't everybody go ahead and make a perception check for me?
Oh.
wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Frida, no. No, baby.
Who's been? Yes, please. Who's been in control of the ship? Was it Holly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a whisper, Pam.
Oh boy. Please not again. I came back. I can't destroy it again.
Sure you can. I got faith in you.
Oh god.
Attention all ship crew, prepare to dive.
Can a girl take a break?
All aboard the Hindenburg.
Dive, dive, dive. It's like a flaming penguin.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
But as you set into the water, they come up. Now the dwarves are working the sails to steer and control the ship. Misty maintaining a steady breeze so you don't stop moving. All right. Fennin, good sir. While being aware of your surroundings in this new and weird place, you take note that the water is eerily calm. Like there's no waves, no wind. You guys are here right now.
Boat.
The calm before the
had it. Yeah, I've just been using the world map, but I'll put you guys on the ships.
I would say Benin seeing that looking like, is it just around the boat?
No, it's the water for as far. I mean, so you can see. Hold on a second here. Let me get you guys on the ship, and then I'm gonna use the world map because that's kind of where we are. I'm gonna use Sir Fluffy Butt as your guys' where you are token. So you can see Libisher off to the starboard side, and you can see Lothran to the south. But the water is like normally oceans. There's waves, there's swells. This water is just, it's like ice, smooth.
So the only thing that I would ask is Benin being Benin and Benin being where he's at is, would he know that?
You know how water behaves.
In the Feywild.
So to you, it's fucking weird, especially on an ocean.
Looking at the ship.
I put you guys on the ship map. If you want your token to be, if you want to be somewhere specific, go ahead and move your token.
No, this works out. So,
I would start waving to Fitz and Godric like a motion Lemire.
Walk over.
And of course, Miss Holly, you're aware of all of this because you
Yeah.
see it all in your mind.
Yeah.
Benin's gonna look at the two of them and say, does anything look out of the ordinary to you guys?
calm seas to me.
Fitzy?
I mean, does it seem much more calm than it should be to me, or
You two would know that it's highly unusual for the ocean to be this calm, but it's not unheard of.
So Benin would point out the ocean and say, I don't know how water liquids work in your world, but that's not common for us. Being still as fast like that.
I mean, it's rare, but it's not unheard of. It does kind of make me a little leery, but we'll just keep an eye on it, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
DM with the 31, did we make a splash at all of ripples?
Oh yeah, no, there's ripples coming off the boat from moving through the water, but all the water in front of you and out past that is smooth. So the ship is moving through the water normally,
Okay.
creating ripples and waves from that. But the rest of the water is what's weird.
So there's no, I mean, Fitz, you say this is rare, what, like he's confused. He's kind of like, he doesn't understand, like,
You see him do the puppy dog head tilt. Huh?
yeah, he's definitely got his head tilted right now, like, this isn't normal, we're in the, I don't know if they would have called it ocean in the Feywild, but
Yeah.
we're in a large body of water. We typically don't it, so stop me if I mention something that he wouldn't be familiar with, but that usually means not necessarily running water, but moving water. And not super calm like this. You said it's rare, so I'm like, is this something we need to be worried about? Like, I'm not trying to like push the issue or anything, but it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, it's not something you see very often, but it does happen. Um, the only thing I can really suggest is keep an eye out. Maybe check with Misty. He's kind of the elemental expert here.
We got Misty out of the fade though, right?
Yes. But maybe she can tell if somebody's using weather magic or something like that.
I suppose I can try my detect good and evil.
I mean, I'm not accusing anything of going on. I'm just, it's weird enough to stand out to me, so I figured I would point it out.
It is weird. I will grant that. But I mean, we are dealing with warlocks trying to merge worlds, so I mean, it's possible we're going to come across some things that look strange.
Yeah.
Until this threat is removed, this could be something, it could be nothing. So I guess just stay on our toes.
Okay. You guys are good with that? I'm good with that.
Trevor! Call him Trevor.
What's up, Godric?
Hey, you got a good bird's eye view of the surroundings. Do you see? I mean, I at the moment we are in extra calm waters, which isn't normal. But if you see anything from your point of view, can you holler down to us and let us know?
Sure can, Godric.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, while you guys are here, Fitz, you still owe me. One of the dwarves said I should say that to remind you.
You owe him, Fitz. Getting high?
Jeez, Mike, can you roll your eyes any harder? Holy shit. Your whole head flung back on that one. Gave you a whiplash.
I mean, that's what Godric's reaction would be.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've got nothing else. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Since you guys aren't freaking out about it, I'm going to keep an eye on it. See if anything seems out of
All right. Will you guys continue sailing? Evening approaches. B cooks up some wonderful kibori steaks. Sauteed in its own blubber meat. Rendered blubber meat. With some nice vegetables that are a little off. Taste-wise.
What type of off? Like bitter?
No, like, not prepared properly.
Okay.
That's all.
That's all.
We've been out eating weird food for so long. Yeah, it probably does taste a little off.
he does come in at one point while you're eating and asks how everything is.
The vegetables taste a little funny. Did you try to do something different?
Well, I've never seen these vegetables before, so I used my best guess on how they need to be prepared. Um, Open to recommendations if there's a certain
A
way.
natural C, that's right.
If I find
I mean,
anything
yep.
interesting, I can let you know. They just tasted a little different. That's
Well,
all.
it doesn't help that I can't taste, so I don't know if they were good before I gave them to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just a comment. That's all.
Yeah, of course. Let me know the proper way to cook them, and I'll make sure to get it right next time for you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're so kind.
It's fuck, which one is it? Wisdom checks for anybody who wants to give cooking pointers.
I didn't give it a try.
The cleric isn't gonna make a straight wisdom check.
I can, but I'm not a cook either.
No, but you know food, and you have a high wisdom score.
Didn't come to us.
No, I did not.
Can't afford not to.
So Fennon,
Hell,
you
even
you
Holly's better than me.
Fennon, you kind of correlate. You're like talking like, well, this looks like this, so you should cook it like this, and that looks like this, so you know like relating it to your Feywild foods. And Fitz is like, no, 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 no. You cook this like this or like this, and he starts like correcting everything and giving recipes that he probably stole from Pan.
And
Yeah.
just
Oh,
like,
oh yeah. And
oh,
I've
yeah,
definitely
okay.
like, oh, cook them like this because this is how me and Pan do it.
Uh-huh,
Oh, and then cook it like this because this is what Pan discovered when we tried it like this because he made a mistake, but it turned out awesome.
Okay,
So it
okay.
just basically ends up me talking about my family and how they cook stuff.
Chaos cooking can yield great results sometimes.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's why if you ever go to a Waffle House or like a Perkins or any place like that and you see the cook and he looks clean and sober, leave, go someplace else.
Yep.
If that dude doesn't look like he's been high for the last 20 of his 17 years, you don't want him.
Or if he speaks perfect English, step away.
Yes. Yeah.
You sound like one prison rat.
As the sun starts to set, go ahead and move your tokens to wherever you would be come evening time. Not like nighttime, go to sleep, like the sun's starting to set time. So, post dinner.
So we all go different directions.
That's, hey,
Jack, enjoying the weather.
I need a little me time. Fitz, are you going to stay there?
Yeah. Sorry, hang on just a second. Somebody's vacuuming right here at my chair.
It's all good.
Let's see. Let me close all these.
Porn. Put all the porn away. Leave it be right now.
You can pry it from my cold dead hand. Oh, there we go.
No step, Pally.
Well, you gotta go make it weird.
Okay.
Sir Fluffy Butt.
He's on the world map marking y'all's position, but he'll be here. I'll put him back on there for you. I'll use a circle.
Okay, so I would be on the deck there, and Sir Fluffy Butt would be having a sword fight, him with his horn, me with my sword, going through sword forms and stuff.
That would have gone easy.
I was
Oh
just gonna
God,
say
get out of
horn
my
versus
head.
horn.
Get out of my head.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Okay, a little sparring going on. All right. Everyone, go ahead and make a perception check.
It's, if the water is still, there's something going on.
Right. Can you roll the perception for me? She's finishing vacuuming now that I've moved back out of the way.
Yeah.
I think if I ask her to move one more time, she's gonna hit me with the vacuum.
Well,
Piss off Mama Bear.
it do be like that. You rolled a 7. Sir Fluffy Butt rolled a 16.
That's how you get somebody's back.
That's par for your perception checks.
Yeah, only when it's not important at all, then I'll roll like a 23.
Oh, of course.
Like to notice what kind of candy the kid has in his hand. Way up there. Notice a big ass monster. 3.
All right. Where are we at here? Okay. So all simultaneously, Fennin, you will hear dripping coming from behind you as you stare out over the front of the ship, as if something soaked is dropping water onto the deck of the ship.
Is my bow going off for any reason?
I will get to that in just a second. Simultaneously, Fitz, Sir Fluffy Butt stops your fight, or your sparring, rather, and turns around, faces the back of the ship. You immediately see what he is looking at. And Miss Holly, you feel a new presence upon the ship. Fennin, you would turn around and see this individual standing there. And he's soaking wet, standing on the deck of the ship, goes, I recognize at least 2 of you. I told you not to cross my waters. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
That was Sunday's game.
Nope. That was episode 1 of this campaign, the pilot.
It's like the Shavu all over again.
The Shavu.
Yeah.
As we're rolling, Fennin's gonna yell out to Fitz, I thought this was nothing to worry about.
That shouldn't be.
I don't like that music. Let's see what that one. That's a little better. No, it was like a feast. Okay, so that's everybody. So, Fitz, you're up.
Smack him, Fitzy.
So I'm gonna do an insight check
Okay.
because I have no clue who the fuck this dude is.
And what are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to insight. Well, I guess maybe this is just something I know. Does he seem like he's going to be attacking us, or
He definitely
came up here to bluster?
he is definitely in an aggressive stance.
Oh. Okay. In that case, why did I just close that with all my attacks? That would make no sense.
Ruh-roh, Reggie, ruh-roh.
bonus action, I am going to set my great sword on fire.
Okay.
Oh, I lost the one with the 2d6 fire damage.
Hold on.
Oh, boo.
Oh, you know what? You had that extra sword in your inventory, and I probably took it off.
Oh, that could be.
So let's do. Uh, should be this one, of course.
I was gonna say, can you add it to just the great sword rod at top there?
Yeah. Well, the great sword. Oh, it does do flame tongue, and that's 2d6 fire, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, I am going to run up to him, ignite my sword. Say, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you do not threaten my friends.
First one will hit. That'll hit. Hold on a second, because I think you just put that on you twice. And I think your weapon's already... Yeah, your weapon's already coded for 1d8 radiant.
Didn't add the... No, it looks like it added the 2d8 for the might. Because I have the 1d8 automatically from the improved smite, that just all of my melee attacks.
Okay. And then you added...
2d8 to that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. Okay.
That it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, this guy is gonna pop up out of the water. Ignore the token. It is one giant tentacle. But that brings us to Fennet's turn.
Okay. Am I in dim lighting at all?
No, there's still enough daylight. Everything's pretty well lit.
Fine.
I mean, it's evening time. It's sunset, but there's still plenty of light.
Going to release an arrow. Well, actually, no, wait. I'm going to bonus action to use Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on whatever that squid guy is. And then I will release my first arrow at him.
And you get advantage. Because I'm within 5 feet.
He doesn't get advantage. He will get sneak attack if he hits.
I think he gets advantage for the... because he hasn't actually taken a turn yet.
Yeah. True.
That, yes. But
there
that's
for some reason.
yeah, it's not because you're within 5 feet. That's because he hasn't had a
Sneak
turn
attack
yet.
if he hits.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's
Regardless,
right. Right.
yeah.
Throw that, see if that hits. So that hits. That should get him this one. Don't think he gets that though.
I actually don't think you get advantage on that. Surprise says. Yeah, nope. He's got too many abilities. You get advantage because of the assassinate, and then you get your surprise attack, sneak attack,
Sneak attack
and
then
hunter's
the
mark.
on this
Yep.
one.
And then you'll get a second attack because you're dread ambusher, and you get to add that damage to that,
Yeah.
along with surprise attack.
So put that on him, and then I just need the hunter's mark. See, I've almost got this down.
Almost.
Almost. It only took me a couple weeks. Almost got it down. Okay, so surprise, sneak, hunter's mark. Putting that on him. And then the next one should just be
Surprise and hunter
let's see if it even hits first.
umbral, or not umbral.
And this one's not at advantage, right?
Correct. So that does hit. So you get hunter's mark again, surprise, and dread ambusher.
You're right. I have way too many.
Okay.
So yeah,
As that attack strikes him, you see the arrow strike him, and then his body falls into a puddle of water.
what the? That's weird. Then is I'm assuming he notices that tentacle
Oh yeah.
right there. He will. Let's see, 15, and move another like 15 there and get behind some cover S.
Okay.
Whatever little cover the wind gives him.
Anything else for your turn?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. At the end of your turn, another tentacle pops up. Miss Holly.
Hello, hello.
So you were aware of him while he was on the ship, and you are not aware of his presence on board the ship anymore. But you don't know where he went.
But if I step out, can I see the tentacles?
You would have to step out 20, 25. So that's 30 feet for you right there. And yeah, you could see both the tentacles from there.
Great. So I'm gonna do fireball on tentacle first.
Okay. Hold on, don't roll damage yet. I don't know if I updated your damage on your cantrips. I think I did, but yep, you're good. Okay. It smacks into it, doing some fire damage.
What?
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. At the end of your turn, another tentacle pops up. And it is that tentacle's turn. I need Sir Fluffy Butt and Miss Holly to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Okay.
And Sir Fluffy Butt gets the +5. Okay, so Sir Fluffy Butt is good. Miss Holly, that tentacle is going to swoop over the edge of the ship. You're going to take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and you are currently restrained by the tentacle.
Right. Got it.
And restrained, just so you're aware, you cannot move. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws
For how many minutes?
for as long as you're restrained for. So until that thing lets you go. Bairn is going to dash up to the top deck, shouting for the rest of the crew as he goes. He's going to get all the way to the ballista. Giant tentacle number 7. Fitz and Sir Fluffy Butt, dexterity saving throws, please. Okay. It looks like it did put his +5 on there too, so that's awesome. Okay.
I clicked the +5.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you both jump over the tentacle as it sweeps at you. Tentacle 19.
We laugh at it. It makes sense.
Fen in a dex save, please. Yeah, fuck you. Sir Fluffy Butt, you're up.
Alright.
Sorry, that was.
Sir Fluffy Butt is going to charge at giant tentacle number 10.
Okay.
Yell charge when he does it and your friend tracks him.
Oh, George! There you go. Okay, so
With the crit.
it.
Did you say that was a critical roll?
Okay, so don't worry about the save. Just roll the damage. And that was a mighty blow, so I need you to hold down left shift and drop the damage on it 2 more times.
Hold down left shift.
Yep. It's 1. Do it 1 more time. Okay. And Miss Holly, you are freed.
Does charge take up my whole attack, or do I still get a hooves attack after that?
Let me look.
Because I've been meaning to ask that.
So charge is if you move 20 feet in a straight line and make a hornet. So it's like an improved horn attack, basically.
Okay.
So that's your horn attack for this round.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Hooves hit. £10 points of damage. All right. Anything else for Sir Fluffy Butt?
He is going to stare down that giant tentacle with all the hate of the demons in the hells. Not that it can see him.
All right. Well, at the end of his turn, more tentacles. You guessed it. Godric.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out. We need to get this ship in the air.
Okay.
And then there's 30 of my movement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put you right there because that's where you would be.
Okay. So the last of my movement at the bottom of the steps, I guess.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. So
I forgot you get 40. I was putting you down there so you've got the distances right. But
yeah, yeah. Take that mobility, man. I want to be a quicker. Get where I need to be quickly.
it's a
Don't
good
die
feat.
on me. All right. So from here, tentacle, and am I close enough to hit this tentacle? I don't.
With a
I'm gauging
with
not, but I'm.
with a -5 because you're reaching over the side of the ship to do so.
Okay. Then in that case, ooh, scratch that, I guess. Um, sorry. Let's just oh, my token for my spiritual weapon seems to have disappeared. I was gonna cast my spiritual weapon. Just for spell casting. There we go.
Okay.
But
The token is one of the critically awesome things, so we won't have that till it gets updated.
okay.
Okay.
Tell you what, actually, I'm gonna put it right behind it.
Okay.
I know it looks like it's down there with me, but
Yeah, I'm gonna hide him for the time being.
that's fine. All right. Even though I take a -5, will I still get advantage for flanking with the spiritual weapon?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so the spiritual weapon's at its level. So
That hits.
okay, and I guess I'll swing at it with my hands. -5 plus advantage. We'll see how this works.
It hits.
Why are you -5?
Because you're swinging a melee weapon over the edge of the ship.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm allowing that little bit of reach, but there's got to be some downside to it.
Okay, no, that makes perfect sense. I just thought I missed something dramatic.
No.
Alright. Line strike that. This thing isn't, oh, it died anyways. You say it's not a fiend or undead, is it?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Using that mace.
Okay.
All right.
That
Yeah, that's my turn.
okay. As that one goes down, two more immediately pop up where it was.
Get us in the air.
Got it. I
Bro.
just yeah.
Trevor shouts out, "Be careful!" One of the tentacles that just popped up swings out. I need Fitz and Godric to make dex saves for me.
Where's Misty on the combat tracker?
The very bottom. Oh, she didn't. She didn't roll initiative.
Oh, Misty.
My bad. I clicked all NPCs, but I guess it doesn't.
Misty.
It doesn't treat her as an NPC.
Sorry, I forgot the +5. That's 23.
Does Mildred need
Okay.
to roll?
Mildred's not here.
On the combat tracker.
You,
She's like a fucking fish in the water. I don't know.
you are both able to aptly dodge the tentacle as it swings. At the end of that one's turn, another tentacle comes up out of the water, and you can see with the tentacles wriggling around it is the dude that was on the ship a second ago.
Is he on one of the lower decks or?
No. I don't have a just top deck map, so he's in the water.
Oh, okay. He's.
Yeah.
Well, if you went +15, I thought that meant like he was 15 feet
In the air.
us. Okay.
No, he's 15 feet above the surface of the water
Okay.
right now. And he is going to...
So he's flying.
He's being held up by the tentacles, and they're like wriggling around him. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Somebody kill the Squidward fuck.
Is that everybody? It is. All right. Fennin, you become frightened of the unidentified creature. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within your line of sight. So anywhere on the ship. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. And after he does that, that's his turn.
Who the fuck is this hoser?
We all
Squidward, evil Squidward.
yeah, we all summoned our inner SpongeBob. So it doesn't bother us that it's evil. It's you, Ben.
You all would have heard something, and I will put it in the group chat. Fitz, it's Abyssal. So anybody who speaks Abyssal would hear him reciting a chant to the Kraken. It sounds like a prayer. Like an "O Kraken, Lord, bring fear upon my enemies." But you could all hear it. It like thunders out like a thaumaturgy.
I mean, if it sounds like a prayer, can I do a religion check? If I can figure it out.
I won't even make you roll for it. You can tell it's a prayer of some sort or a ritual of some sort. If you don't speak Abyssal, you don't know what he said, and you don't know what the results of it are.
Yeah.
Can you put that
I didn't. I just said it out loud because I knew it wasn't going to pop up for you. So,
Oh, okay.
it is your turn, Fitz.
Oh.
Who's going first?
Fitz.
Oh, okay.
So it will be -5 for any melee attacks for anything off the deck of the ship.
Okay, and this dude is off the deck of the ship?
Yes. Yeah, so pretend the lower holds of the map aren't there. And it's just water. And that's where he is in relation to the ship.
Okay. I am there.
Okay.
So he is 15 feet above me? Or
He
15
is
feet above the water?
he's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet off the side of the ship and 15 feet up in the air. And I need you to make me 2 dexterity saving throws as you run over there.
Um, how far up in the air am I on the top of this boat?
He's fucking math. 10 feet above where you are.
And he's 25 feet off?
Yeah. So he's like 20 feet, 28 feet away from you, straight line. 13, 14. It sure fucking did. So right there, you become restrained and take some bludgeoning damage.
We can do this as a reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bastards.
These are tentacles. They're like moving and thrashing. So do you want to do anything from there? You're 33 feet away from it, roughly. From the unidentified creature. If you want to attack the tentacle restraining you, it'll be a normal attack, but it'll be at disadvantage because of the restraint. So no -5, just disadvantage from being restrained.
Okay. I am going to Misty Step onto Sir Fluffy Butt's back.
Okay, so I will take the restrained off of you,
Move, bitch.
and you will be mounted.
Alright.
Now I have to remember what we established for mounted combat rules. Okay, so you take control of Sir Fluffy Butt while you're mounted, and his initiative moves up to right under yours, essentially.
Yeah, yep.
So you now get the rest of your turn and his turn right now.
Alright, so first thing we're gonna do. So if Sir Fluffy Butt takes off to fly, we'd have to do another dexterity save, right?
Yes. If you fly out of reach of the tentacle.
Okay. Yeah, so Sir Fluffy Butt will do a dex save.
Okay. You're good.
Okay.
Like Pegasus flying through the Kraken tentacles. Duck and weave. Duck and weave.
That's just what I was picturing in my head too. Okay, so I am gonna go up 10 feet.
Okay.
And then over 55,
How much movement did I give him?
70 flight speed.
Okay. So we're going to put you, it's actually going to be 50 to right there, and that'll get you within melee range.
Alright. Now, mounted gives me advantage on the attack. Why did that roll? The hell was
Okay.
that?
So I'm going to have you roll that again. It's because the tokens are stacked, so I need you to drop them in the combat tracker. It is disadvantage against the unidentified creature because these tentacles are, it's like a bunch of little tentacles and they're all swirling around him, kind of like a makeshift shield. The other side to that is if you miss him, you get to roll against the tentacles. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well enough?
Okay, so how does that? So do I just roll straight then, since I would have advantage for being mounted, or is
So
that voided in this situation?
So it's going to be at disadvantage because the advantage while mounted is because of the elevation difference between you on a horse and somebody on the ground, but that doesn't apply in this scenario. So it would have been a regular attack, but it's at disadvantage because of the tentacle shield. What is it?
What? So the first one there was a 14, which misses, then a.
The unidentified. You swung against Fluffy Butt. Oh, I think you had Fluffy Butt targeted.
Oh, okay, that's.
Okay, so a 14 does miss. So go ahead and roll against Tentacle 16, just a regular attack.
Against which one?
16.
Okay.
Right below Miss Holly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had it kind of shortened up to make room.
Yeah.
16.
That will hit. $26 points of damage. It was vulnerable to some of that.
Fire. Okay, so now to disadvantage. I will roll against unidentified.
Misses. Go ahead against the tentacles again.
For 16.
Mm-hmm. And with a nat 1, roll a d4. As you go to swing your sword, you hear a pop. And you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder. That arm is incapacitated for the next 9 rounds.
How does that work with the two-handed greatsword?
I will let you know by your next turn.
Okay. No, I just
With your teeth picks.
Nope, that's a great question.
Right.
Give me a minute to figure out the mechanics on it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to try to coast by and be like, oh, I'll switch to my other
Oh,
hand.
well, with a two-handed greatsword, you won't be able to swing it. But as a bonus action, you can. It's a rod, so you can switch it to a different weapon. If you're okay with doing that to make life easier for everybody.
Yeah.
And then, being that it's not your non-dominant hand, you'll be swinging with from here on. it'll just be a -2 to all your attacks.
That's fair.
Okay.
Now, one
and
other
then,
question.
yep,
Can I just attack number 16
yeah,
to kill it to get to him?
yeah.
I didn't think of that in the first place.
Don't know.
Could I ask
Okay.
a question? If he's doing that, since I'm right in the next order, if he kills it, would I be able to loose an arrow at the Kraken dude?
At disadvantage because you're afraid of it.
I thought that was only ability checks.
Ability checks and attack rolls are at disadvantage while it is in line of sight, which it is.
If
So
you had blind fighting, this wouldn't be a thing.
just close your eyes.
Everything, James, goddammit.
I've seen your fucking first round rolls. Yes, you can.
So that I believe that's it for Fitz, but Sir Fluffy Butt still has his action and bonus action.
Right, and when he's mounted, he only gets the one horn attack, right?
Correct.
What we decided. Okay. Wanted to make sure.
And he now moves right after Fitz because they're mounted, right?
Correct. So he can do that right now. I know I bumped him up in the initiative, but Fennon's dex is higher, so I guess I could do this. There we go. Now they're in order. Yeah, he gets... I think we established you can use either the horn or the hoof, but you can only do one while he's mounted.
I think I'll take that attack at disadvantage if you would allow it.
On your turn.
Yeah, if it goes down.
Well, just see how it plays out, man. Don't read ahead in the script.
Drink energy drinks. Drinking green tea all day.
11 will hit. Tentacle 16.
Okay, wait. Now I have a question.
He moved 20 feet in a straight line prior to the horn attack, so roll 2d8 in the chat box and I'll add it.
Oh, that actually isn't my question, but
Okay. The tentacle goes bye-bye. And... Go ahead.
so it's just so. Never mind. I figured it out. Okay.
Okay. So the tentacles wriggle and writhe and retract back into the water, and the unidentified creature falls to the surface of the water. He's now being held up by like a current rising up out of the depths, if that makes sense. Like the water is pushing upward, and you can see the water kind of pushing out to hold him up, and he's standing there at the surface of the water. Now it is your turn, Fennon. Yes, you have line of sight on him. Attacks will be at disadvantage.
Yeah. What else? Nobody else is perhaps, right?
Not currently. Oh, and I'm sorry. At the end of your and Sir Fluffy Butt's turn, another tentacle pops up. Now go ahead. That will hit.
Fitz and Fluffy Butt aren't close enough for.
No, they are not.
Damn.
So you get your hunter's mark, and that's it.
Oh, he gets the one.
The concentration is... Nope. You don't have it on you at all.
There we go.
There you go. Now it
It
is.
says it lasts for 1 hour, but it must be for only one roll.
Yeah, it's... Well, it comes off after each roll in case you attack a different target. Because it only applies to that target. So that's 12 points there. Anything else for your turn?
I'm going to like climb over the railing right here and take cover on the stairs.
Okay. I will say that will break line of sight, but you are still aware of where he is, so you can't move in that direction.
That's fair. I was gonna say he's doing that because he was hurt.
Yeah. So that will bring us to Tentacle 18. I need Fluffy and Fitz to make a dex save. Okay. Okay. You are both good. 25, Godric, a dex save, please. You are good. Miss Holly,
Huh?
your turn.
Alrighty. Let's do Acid Splash on Tentacle 11 and 25.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you just gotta step out like 5 feet there.
Okay.
No leveled spells this time? You don't want to try your luck?
No.
They both... 25 fails. I didn't drop it on the other one. Come on. They both fail. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Oh wait, why did it only do it to 25?
I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
That's it for you?
That is it.
Alright. Fennin, deck save with advantage.
Double 7, baby. Woo!
You're good. Miss Holly, a deck save, please. You are good. Fennin, another one with advantage, please. Good again. Godric. Muted.
Of course I am. Is this distance accurate now that
Uh,
I'm on the water?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Okay. Well, I want to cast my flame strike. 10-foot radius, 40-foot high. But it's got to be within 60 feet. That's
Yeah.
why I'm checking.
Nope, that's
So
within
that-
60 feet.
Is that enough of the tentacle number 18? Grab that too?
No. Half token, remember?
Yeah. Well, you said that the shape of the token is what the shape of the token is. That's why I'm asking.
In perspective of it's not multiple tokens coming out of each spot, it's one token, with the
Okay.
exception of when the ones that were holding him up. So
Okay. Makes sense. Yep. We're doing it.
okay. He fails. 23 points of damage of radiant holy fire come down upon his head. You hear him call out in pain, but still standing there.
Okay. And then um, I'm guessing my spiritual weapon is still
Yeah.
getting advantage on
Yep.
tentacle number 25 now.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Hits. 3 points of damage.
That's it. It's gonna scream out, "Hey, I said get this ship in the air."
You hear coming back from the helm, I'm trying. As you hear that, you hear a whoosh, and a second later, a giant rock, not giant, but a big enough rock, flies over your head, smashing into this tentacle. And you look up and you see Trevor standing there with a rock in his tree branch.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah! That boy's got some rocks now.
Um, let's do Fitz and Fluffy deck saves. And Godric, too. You're close enough. Beautiful. Don't worry about it, Fitz. Godric got it. And you will be restrained. Some bludgeoning damage and restrained. Ends the tentacle. Brings us back to the unidentified. He is going to... point a finger up at Sir Fluffy Butt. After which a bolt of lightning will lash out, striking him. Dealing 18 points of damage, and that doesn't apply. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 60. Dwarves go running. Let's do this one. Okay. The dwarves don't make it that far. They get to about here, and Amber gets grabbed up in a tentacle. That would have been a dash. Do you have anything bonus action? You do not. So that brings us back to the top with Fitz.
Fluffy Butt is going to dive bomb said little unidentified bastard.
Okay. So he won't get charge because it wasn't 20 feet, but your attacks Fitz will have advantage because of the height difference now. Basically, as long as you're 5 feet above them while flying, you'll get that advantage.
Very odd comment, but just looking at this map right now and all the fried calamari that I can think of that I can actually eat while staring at the ship is amazing. Just putting it out there.
Can't use your great sword. You gotta swap to. What do you want to swap it to? Because you got options with the rod.
I guess I will swap it to the longsword flame tongue.
Okay. So use your regular longsword, and I will change that poison to fire. And it's set up, and don't forget to click -2 before you attack. First swing misses. That one's going to hit. That is enough to do it. In a curdling scream, he calls out in abyssal as he sinks into the water. Continue, my lord. And he recedes into the depths.
Seriously, who the fuck is this dude?
I don't know, but he shouldn't be in the Sunday campaign if he's dead. Just saying.
Maybe it was his twin.
This shit's got plot armor. You still got movement and Sir Fluffy Butt's action. It would have actually been.
Just in case you didn't know. Or you didn't want to make sure you did.
I guess I'm gonna charge over here.
Okay. Both of you make a dex save for me. Beautiful. So right about there. Actually, Fitz, I need him to make a strength check for me.
Fitz or Sir Fluffy?
Fitz.
A save or a check?
A check. Okay. So as you turn to fly back towards the tentacles that are next to Godric, the tentacle lashes tentacle, which one is it? 18, reaches out and grabs onto Sir Fluffy Butt. And you, with a 21 strength check, manage to hold on and not get ejected off of Sir Fluffy Butt. He can still make an attack. It'll be at disadvantage. It still hits. $12 points there. Okay. And I think that's it for you, unless I'm mistaken.
No, that's it.
All right. Fennin, no longer frightened.
If I'm not mistaken, one's got Fluffy Butt and one's got the dwarf, right?
Correct. And I think one's got Godric as well. Yep. So Godric, the dwarf, and Fluffy Butt are all wrapped up in tentacles right now.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one that's holding Godric.
Okay.
I think that one is 25, right?
Correct.
Godric loses.
It's usually good practice to protect your healer. That'll hit. And he is within 5 feet, so you'll get the sneak attack.
As a bonus action, I'll make the attack.
I'll let you do it this time because you're still learning the character. So you're transferring your hunter's mark to 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's your one. No mas. 33 points of damage. It is a solid hit, but not enough to get rid of the tentacle.
Tell him.
Knock Godric loose.
No, it's not.
I tried Godric.
Tell him, Peter. Everybody gets one. Well, according to Spider-Man, guys, everybody only gets one.
Is that it for you, Fennon?
Power of great responsibility. Yes.
Okay. That brings us to Tentacle 18, which currently has Sir Fluffy Butt restrained and wrapped. He is going to slam Sir Fluffy Butt into the deck of the ship. Fitz, you have an option here. You can make a strength check to try and hang on, or you can let go.
Oh no. Tell him no.
Yeah, I'm coming off.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me to see when you come off. Okay. You came off. You came off as soon as he started flinging. So you fall into the water right there. Melee attacks will now be -5 because you are swimming while trying to swing with a busted wing. That will bring us to 25, who is going to slam Godric. 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Miss Holly, you're up.
Okay. Fun stuff. Oh, let's do this. Fireball.
Roll your D20 first.
Oh God.
I know, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Hey, if you
Did I
get
do
a
it?
nice little flowery beard when this happens.
That's funny, baby.
There you go. You're good to go.
Ready.
All right, so Fireball is
25
20.
already, target 11.
Oh, let me put the circle up here, because you're gonna hit everything in this circle. Who are you trying to go for?
The two already have target and possibly go for the third option if it hit.
Okay, so you can definitely get these two without getting Fitz or Godric,
Okay.
but you're not gonna be able to get a third one there.
That's cool. That's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and drop the save. I don't know why it's not rolling on that
Or it's
one.
not doing it for both that I target.
They both fail. Hold on a second before you roll damage. Okay, now roll damage.
Beautiful.
See if it does it to both. Only did it to the one. That is enough. In a fiery blast, both of the tentacles shrivel up into the ocean. Anything else for your turn?
Now we got real marinara sauce in there. No, that's it.
Okay, make sure you mark your spell slot.
I did. Thank you.
20's up, Fennin. Dex save at advantage, please. And Amber is going to take bludgeoning damage from being slammed into the deck by 10. Okay, you're good.
You mean Thorin?
No, Amber. Because she would have gotten up the stairs before she drew the opportunity attack. So she's up by Trevor, wrapped up right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense now.
So good. You guys feel the ship lift up off the water a little bit and then drop down. Like Misty tried to get it in the air and then lost it. Nobody sees this happening. Hits. Tentacle 10. 64. Beautiful. You do see a ballista bolt launch through the air, spearing the tentacle holding Amber up. And then it lets her go and retracts into the water. Tentacle 19, Fennin, dex save at advantage, please. And then Godric, you're up. Go ahead and start making your moves. You're good, Fennin. It was.
That was a close.
How you guys liking the whole your armor class is completely fucking useless right now situation? Brad, your opinion doesn't count. Because of your dex score.
So, Tentacle 18 is wrapped around her fluffy butt?
Yep. And it just slammed him down. So you're right next to the tentacle right now. So it'll be a regular melee attack.
That's what I wanted to hear.
You won't get flanking on it, but it'll be a regular attack. Why was that it? Oh, I've still got you restrained. I'm sorry. Try that again.
Yeah, because it dropped to 20. Dropped to 20.
It's because I forgot to take restrained off you.
That could have been a crit.
Well, you still hit.
Yeah. Divine Strike. See if we can get this thing.
Are you done?
9 points of damage. A little bit of vulnerability tossed in there.
Alright.
Anything else for you?
It's hard for me to decipher distance with this circle.
20 feet will be about right there if you're straight lining towards 18.
Yep. Thank you. That works.
Alright. If that's
I'll
it
just
for...
scream out, keep trying, Misty, keep trying.
Okay. If that's it for you, another rock comes flying through the air, striking Tentacle 18. Not quite getting it to go away. And you glance back up at Trevor again, and he's standing there like in a shrug motion. Goes, I'm out of rocks.
It's okay, buddy. Good shot.
Amber and Thorin get up to the ballista. And that brings us up to Fitz.
Okay.
It's not under
might be-
traits.
It's a
It might.
race thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be traits, and it's probably mixed in.
It's
with
not there.
Traits.
Yeah, 'cause what is it? Radiant Soul.
Yeah, I think that's something I had to put in manually, and we've ran into this before where it disappears. Oh, I'm pulling it up. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, trying to see if that's an action. Use a bonus action. Okay. That's what I needed to know. Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action Angel Wings.
No, it's an action. Starting at 3rd level, you can use your action to unleash the divine energy within yourself, causing your eyes to glimmer and 2 luminous incorporeal wings to sprout from your back. Lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action, during which you have a flying speed of 30 feet. And once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or spell equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
Huh.
Oh, no, I was reading the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Celestial Revelation. Uh, bonus action. For Radiant Soul, 2 wings, flying speed equal to walking speed, and extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus once per turn.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was coming up with.
Yeah.
But I wasn't on one of the official sites, so I thought, well, maybe they updated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on like Wikidot or something.
Something. I'm going to get it put on your character sheet right now. So go ahead.
Okay. So basically, I am going to just fly over here behind Giant Tentacle 8.
How high off the water are you?
Probably just 5 feet. I don't need to be that high up.
Okay. So that'll be 30 feet of movement. And you'll just be at a -2 for attacks now.
Okay. Let's see. Sword.
That hits. And that does it.
And that was 30 foot of movement I used already?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess that'll be it for me then.
Alright, Sir Fluffy Butt becomes unrestrained, so he can take his turn.
Yeah, these 2 movements left.
Okay. That'll be good for a charge.
Okay, so I did
I got your Radiant Soul coded there. It's underneath your Celestial Legacy.
Okay.
And I put a drop down effect for the extra 5 radiant damage you can do once per turn as well.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Solid hit on the tentacle twice. Yeah, twice. Okay. That's it for Fluffy Butt then?
Yep.
All right, Fennon.
Fennon's gonna hop up on deck real quick. Take a shot. 20.
With the crit. That's at 20, so you'll get sneak attack on it.
Almost did it again, but I caught myself this time.
Yeah, you got your one, so.
Yep. That's why I was saying I almost
After
caught myself before.
after you roll the damage, you can apply it to the remaining tentacle as a bonus action.
I'll apply it.
Okay.
I will get back down to it.
Okay. Miss Holly.
No. We're gonna do fireball on tentacle 19.
Roll a straight d20, please.
Lord, you can't forget, can you?
Hell no. That shit's funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as good as how many nat 1s Becca rolls on Sunday.
Oh,
Get a flowery beard. What? Come on.
All right, go ahead and drop the save on it. It succeeds. Roll damage. Uh, 15 points of fire damage off that one. It wriggles and writhes.
beautiful.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. So a couple of things happen here in the next moment. So I need as the ship starts to lift off the surface of the water, a ballista bolt flies from the top deck into the tentacle. And the tentacle is like reaching and not able to get you, Fennon. And Godric, you're up.
Okay.
The ship is now like 5 feet off the surface of the water. So, Fitz, you would be 15 feet from the deck of the ship, elevation wise.
Okay.
Okay. So I am going to.
You can still see that last tentacle from where you're standing.
Yeah. Okay. Healing word is a bonus action. I should be able
Yep.
to use that, and then can I use a? I can use cantrip for my main action, right?
Yep.
Okay. So healing word. We're at level 4 for Sir Fluffy Butts.
Thank you, sir.
60. Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
And then we'll mark that off so I don't forget. And then I am going to use Bolt the Dead on the giant tentacle.
All right.
Dang, that was within range of me.
What's the range on it? 60?
60.
Yeah, you're good.
Wait a minute. No, scrap that. I want to try the Sacred Flame.
Okay. It fails.
Yes.
And that does it. It singes and burns up into ash as the divine light comes down upon it. And the ship continues gently rising up off the surface of the water as we are out of initiative order now.
I'm gonna let the spiritual weapon dissipate.
Okay.
Thank you. Took 2 times to tell me to go away, Torch, go away. Alright, yeah, that sucked. On that note, um, oh, I forgot. Bless healing. Ugh, that it's that much, but
Seriously, who the hell was that guy? Anybody know him?
if
As
memory
you
serves,
as you ask that, Thorin comes down the stairs carrying a very bruised Amber and goes, "Help."
I'll use my channel divinity to preserve life. That's 65 healing for imps.
Okay.
I don't know what your.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Well, I think I can only take her up to half her life,
Okay.
but that's up to you. What you want to do there?
No, I'll leave it.
Okay. Um, and
Uh, once you heal her, Thorin thanks you and picks her up and carries her down into the hold. She is better. Her bruises are healed, but she's still unconscious.
yeah, give her some rest for the rest of the night. Um, finish answering your question, Fitz. If memory serves me correctly, I think we ran into him on our first seafaring adventure to uh, escort Miss Holly somewhere, wherever we were going. Uh, scrap the wherever and fill in the actual name.
So Godric would regale you of when him and Miss Holly met in Litbog, collecting documentation from Sergeant Insert Name, because I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. And he requested that they bring Miss Holly back with them, Godric and his, at the time, companions, Michelangelo being one of them.
Yeah.
And they ran into him in that crossing. And he basically said the same thing. You're in my... What you doing in my swamp, boy? Type situation.
I'll while we're after I get done regaling this story, I got a crew kill here somewhere, a ritual one. Find it. Got so many freaking spells now, man.
Oh, just wait. It gets better.
Mass healing word? No.
Druids, wizards, and clerics, high level, have so many freaking spells. It's ridiculous. Like, up in the mid to high 20s, depending on your ability score. Either mass cure wounds or mass healing word is what you're looking for. Mike.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But the problem is that they must have changed for some reason. One's a bonus action and the other one's an action.
Healing word's always a bonus action. Even mass healing word.
Okay. Where's my? Remember, I had the ritual one that I could heal
Oh,
anybody in
that's
1 minute.
Prayer of Healing. That's a
Prayer
level
of
2
healing.
spell.
Yeah.
Go ahead and target and drop. Actually, I won't even make you drop it. I'm pretty sure that would heal everybody. Let me double check. It might not heal everybody actually, so go ahead.
I mean, I don't need any healing, so.
Well, I can't distribute it like that. I just pick people and it goes.
Yeah. Sir Fluffy Butt's still a little bit rough, but everybody else looks tip top. I mean, he's like barely rough. He's like, I banged my knee on the coffee table type rough. While you're doing all that, you hear, that was so much fun, coming from Trevor.
Yeah, we need to get you more rocks, man.
Oh, can we? The dwarves
Sure,
just
man.
brought them to, like, you know, decoration around my roots. And
Yeah, no, that was awesome. We'll get you. I don't know. Can we get him something sharp and pointy? Like, I don't know, spears, javelins. I don't know.
so
We need
above
to get you a javelin of return. I've heard of these things.
above table, if you guys want to weaponize Trevor, he can make a slam attack within, what is it, 5 feet of him. And he can throw rocks like a mangonel would up to 180 feet. So he acts like a siege weapon, basically.
Yeah, but he's bonded with the ship. So does that mean he can slam anything within 5 feet of the ship?
No.
Oh damn! Trying. No, I'm super stoked, my buddy.
Remember that whole I'm trying to keep you guys marginal with your level and stop OPing you? I want to give you all the fun stuff. But no.
I'm just saying. Javelin of return is now.
The rocks do more damage. Significantly.
Well, we'll get enlarged put on it. So it's Trevor's size.
Good.
Anyway.
The ship is now in the air up near the clouds,
All right.
continuing south
Yeah.
on its way.
I'll call out to Missy. Missy, I'm sorry. I wanted to let us sail the trip, but after that little incident, I'd rather not risk it. Let's just sail for the last of it.
There's no response.
Oh, she's probably in a trance. I hope she heard me. She should. I think she hears us when she's napping.
Only Erdan would know that.
Okay. On that note, let's get something to eat and finish the travels.
Well, you guys had just finished supper when this happened. By best guess, you've got 6 to 8 hours of travel time left.
Okay. Well, let's go until we are within eye shot of Herthan, and then set down in the water and float the rest of the way. As much as I don't want to set down in the water because of possible danger, I really don't want to explain flying ships to people in Herthan.
Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to do?
If Miss Holly wants to finish the trip steering, she's more than welcome to. If she doesn't want to, I can stay with her. It's up to her.
Continuing okay for a little bit longer.
All right. Well, then I'll let you finish the trip. We know what we're doing then.
Are you guys resting during this time period? Is anybody doing anything?
Finn's not doing. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm assuming it's evening time.
Yeah. The sun is touching the horizon.
Imagine Fitz is probably just gonna do his evening prayers.
D100, please.
Godric's gonna go down to his room and do the same thing.
D100 as well.
Follow, thank you for letting the party members survive the attack that we currently had and continuing us on our travels. And I hope my actions are to my worthiness, as I always try. There's my prayer. You get it, Braun.
Fitz, are you going to your room? Looks like everybody is.
What's the weather like?
It is a clear, cool, and calm evening.
On my way, walking to the stairs that led down, I'm gonna look. I almost forgot. I wanted to look over the railing at the water. Does it still look like it's dead ass calm like it was before?
Yep.
Okay. That's all.
Okay. Fitz?
I think I'm actually gonna spread my bedroll out on the deck. And,
Okay.
use her fluffy butt as a pillow.
Okay. I'll put you over there by him. So the next few hours goes by, uneventful. You all get a long rest. Get those spell slots back. Double check your tabs. Make sure you got all your spell slots, abilities, whatever back. Just to be on the safe side. And Fitz, at one point you get woken up by Baron, who kind of gently kicks your foot to wake you up. There's lights.
Where? What?
Lights down on the ground, not far. I think it's a settlement.
I will go look, see if I recognize it.
When you get up and look over the edge of the ship, it is pitch black. Night has firmly taken hold, but you can definitely see 4 sets of lights. So if you look at the world map, it's like the setup how Harthen, Ronsfeld, Schluberg, and Erksfeld are. You can see the lights from 4 settlements in like a diamond shape. And the closest one is maybe a half a mile straight ahead of the ship. Down on the ground, obviously. You're a few hundred feet up in the air.
I must have closed the world map. Can you send that to me?
I sure can. So essentially, it's like you guys are right there. And you're just seeing the lights from the settlements because there's no daylight to show you the actual settlement.
Which city were we heading towards?
Harthen,
Harthen.
I believe.
Yep.
So the one that we're like almost on top of, right?
Essentially, yeah.
We were supposed to be, when we got close enough, setting down in the water.
Okay. I'm gonna get up, go tell Misty to set down.
She doesn't respond, but as soon as you say it, you feel the slight lurch as the ship stops moving forward, and then you feel a little bit lighter as it slowly starts lowering down to the water.
Oh, then I guess who's driving the boat right now?
Miss Holly is seated at the helm. You'd see her seated when you walk in.
Oh, well, Miss Holly, we're almost to the city there, so I guess if you want to pull us into the dock, and I guess so we can dock up, and then in the morning, go into town.
Yes, no, maybe so, Miss Holly.
Um,
You have no clue what's going on here.
no.
You guys are about to pull into Hearthen, and Fitz is saying, pull up to the dock, we'll stay on the ship for the night, and go into town in the morning.
Is that what we're doing now?
That was your game plan. Yes. Well, our game plan was to fly until we saw the city, and then float down to the water and use the water travel to go into the city, and then yes.
With 11 minutes left on this week's session, I think that's a great plan, because then we can just pick it up in the morning next week.
I got a little bit
Okay.
more. I could fill a little bit more time with RP stuff.
Well, I could fill a little bit more time.
No, but I seriously had something I wanted to do when I got out.
No, that's perfectly fine. The only thing I'll do is as you guys pull into the docks, the harbor master comes up and announces that it is 20 gold per day to dock
Great.
the ship.
Okay.
And if agents of the crown are on board?
That depends if they can prove it and which crown they are of.
Do we have money for that?
I actually, when I get up in the morning, I intend on changing from my common clothes to my robes.
Well, this is still evening time. Unless you guys were going to dock
Oh.
off the shore and then pull in the morning. I may have
Okay.
misunderstood that.
This is okay. No, this is nighttime. That's fine. Yeah, I'll pay it for now. That's fine.
Okay.
Just give them 40 gold for a couple days, just in case.
But it will cover you for 2 days.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
And he gives you the whole liability spiel. The harbor and the city aren't responsible for any stolen goods. You're responsible for your own security, etc., etc.
Yeah, I want to see them try and get to our security. Okay, yeah. Sure. Did I notice any of the treeborns as I was coming up the deck to greet the dogman?
Sticking your head around the corner, you'd see Amber and Thorin are spooning, sleeping. As you get up top, Baron would be standing there with you.
Okay. Hey, Baron, do me a favor. Would you and the crew clear out Yurndris' room and prepare it for any guests we may have?
It's already taken care of, sir.
I appreciate it.
He'll fill you in that all of Yurndris' stuff got put into a crate, and the room's made up, but there's no personal items in there.
Perfect. That's what I was shooting for. I remember how Yurndris was, so I figured there was all kinds of crap all over the room.
Yeah, and Fitz and Fennin kind of left clothes laying everywhere from their runway show. So.
Yeah. So. All right. Well then, in that case, after all that, I go back to sleep until morning.
Okay. Well, the last 7 minutes is your guys's. I'm not gonna jump into morning until next week. So if there's any conversations, if there's any prep work, if there's anything anybody wanted to, anything.
Not
Did
till
we
morning.
put anything that Yendris left behind, or did we just put everything on the crate without going through the stuff?
So Fennin and Fitz would have known 10 fine outfits, 15 sets of traveler's clothes.
And I think last week we also disclosed the monocle and the hat to everybody.
Yep, there was the monocle and the hat. There was also one potion of growth in her room, which acts as an enlarge spell, basically, for a period of time. There was also a crate of perfumes, 32 bottles of perfume in there.
Well, that was from our purchase, wasn't it?
No, you guys found 2 crates worth of goods at one point, and one of them had a bunch of potions in it that were useful, and then the other one had a bunch of perfumes, which you can sell, but other than that,
Right.
they'll make you smell good, and that's it.
Right. That's,
But you guys never got rid of them, so they're still there.
so are you, is what you're referencing from your Yurnis's room the 32 that's on the 32 perfumes that are on the inventory list, or is that
Yep.
separate?
Nope, that's those.
Oh, okay.
And then the
What
growth
was the
potion there,
perfume on?
which I'll put the actual potion on there.
Okay. And I mean, honestly, Holly, to be honest with you, if I gave those guys orders just to clear the room and they put it all in crates, I don't think anybody really went through it. I mean, at
Okay.
some
I
point,
was just wondering if there's anything in
yeah.
the crates that might be useful for us instead of just keeping it there.
Well, we were aware of the 2 crates that he just referred to.
Yeah, no, we did that last time. I just wasn't sure on this one.
Your characters are aware that there is a potion of growth in a crate on the ship somewhere.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever grabbed it. It's just been sitting there. So
Yeah. All right.
anybody got anything else?
No, that killed a few minutes.
All right.
So are we
I'm gonna go
talking?
back to sleep.
Exciting fight this week, so I will gently remind of the top hat of disguise before you go walking into town.
Yeah, I was thinking about that myself.
Okay.
Which everybody's already in bed, so not much I can really.
Well, and you're in a confined room on the ship, so you don't really need it right now.
Yeah,
But when you go walking through the streets, you might.
yeah. I meant to try to figure out if there was anything I needed to know about the scenario.
Did you? Is it a tunable thing? Did you attune to it?
No, I think it's a.
No, the hat is an attuned item, which you've long rested, so you would have attuned to it by now if you have a slot for it.
I should, because I think I only have 4.
Yeah, you just gotta click the little button there. So while we've got 3 minutes, what are your guys' plans for next week?
Explore around?
Shopping for anything in particular?
Yes. I need to shop. Hold on, the list. I need some more ammo, and I am interested in getting more potions if possible.
Yeah. Healing potions are on my list. Ballistas are on my list. Sails are on my list. Apparently rocks now. Giant boulders of some sort.
Okay.
Clothes would be nice. I want to buy
So
some clothes.
basically a full-on shopping episode, refit, refuel, the whole 9 yards.
Maybe hit the bathhouse, get a bath, clean up the armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
get a hat. and
I'm
a
sure.
belt.
I'm sure that's exactly what Godric wants to do. Get his armor
Oh
cleaned.
yeah. No joke for sure. Um,
You know Apollo was a whore, right? He likes that shit.
right, I know. Got to be
Uh,
ready for the lovin'. Um, did
Oh God.
did we ever get an anchor for the ship?
Yes, we did, didn't we?
Nope.
no.
You were
Very
using
happy.
Willie's rod of holding, but he took
Yeah.
that with him.
Yeah. So we're gonna need one of those too. So that's gonna be on the list.
New
Uh,
clothes for Holly.
I'd like to
And
see like what kind of different arrows they might have for sale, or things that go boom or stuff like that.
and last but not least, mounts, horses, for those of us who don't have ours.
Okay.
Maybe an extra one in case we need it.
Us
So
peasants.
four grand total.
So basically, we're just spending all of our money. Makes sense. So
I'm planning
Well,
on
we're
getting
gonna
like
have
a
to.
weaponsmith and an armorsmith.
oh, spices will be good. We need to amp up those vegetables.
Ooh, you know
Ooh,
what? Yeah, that I like Vince's idea of the armor smith because I
is
need
there?
spices.
Does Earthen have some type of library or
Sure does, and you have
book?
full access to it as a member of the court. It is in
Let
the
me
castle.
let me rephrase that. Not library. Books for sale. Bookstore.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find one.
Nerd.
Okay.
There is
So I'm
also
So
think
what book do you buy?
there
I'm
there
thinking.
is there is also the royal library that you have full access to in the castle.
No.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm thinking
Uh,
traveling for PE because I'm thinking recipe book,
okay.
cookbook.
Touche. Touche.
Yeah,
Any you guys got anything else off the top of your head? You can text me throughout the week if you think of something too.
that list just about covers it from what I just gave
Okay.
you.
All right. Well, it is 12 on the dot. I got you guys your last 7 minutes because I'm a good DM. And we will see everybody on Sunday for Waters of the Deep and Wednesday for Curse of Strahd. Times might be changing on Curse of Strahd coming up, so keep posted for that. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming to watch. We'll see you next time.